Hello, hello, hello. Trina Ramsey here. I'm the founder of the Just Do You Institute for Women's Empowerment and the author of this book, Just Do You, a declaration of independence from guilt, obligation, and shame. And so I'm on here every week sharing a new lesson out of this book. It's a book I wrote when I was turning 50. And I realized as a coach, I was trying to write a book. It didn't turn out so well. I got bored with the process. But as I was turning 50, I decided I had learned some things. And so I was just journaling and wrote a list of questions. You've learned some things. You're about to turn 50. And so I'm just writing. And it turns out to be a list of 70 lessons. And I looked down one day and I was like, wait, this is the book. And so that's how this book was born. And it's been a wonderful companion to my work as the Just To You Institute. Since I've done this, I've also expanded to work with nonprofit professionals after spending over 20 years as a nonprofit fundraiser and most recently as a C-suite leader as well. I know what a grind it is to be in nonprofit culture. And so I've decided to take my coaching expertise and my fundraising expertise to support other nonprofit professionals in living their best lives and really learning how to put themselves first and not completely sacrificing themselves for the sake of the charity that they work for. So, without further ado, let's get into today's lesson. Today's lesson is if you want things to change, you've got to put your butt on the line. Sometimes we get stuck in a rut. We accept our circumstances as given, as if the future is set in stone. If we're not happy with things as they are, the seeds of discontent gnaw at us, and we start to question whether this is all there is. We may wonder if we can do more, be more, or have more in life. I've been there several times. It's a very limiting place to be. The truth is that there are infinite possibilities for the future. Before I said yes to my dream of becoming a coach, I lived on autopilot. I went to work angry and frustrated. Once I decided to embrace something more, a whole new world opened up to me, and I began to have more joy, fun, and passion in my life. But it took hard work. I had to rearrange my life to make time and devote funds to invest in coaching school and then put in the work. Building my business has been a labor of love. It's taken time and resources to continue learning and growing my clientele, but I can tell you this, it's been worth every dime and late night. Sometimes you must be willing to make a big change to have the life you dream about. Imagine this. You could start over in another city, state, or even a new country. Does that excite you? If so, you may want to explore this idea a little. To make a major change, like moving to another country, you need to dig deep. Possibly engage others to get buy-in and make a serious plan. You'd have to risk. You'd have to put your butt on the line. The same goes for any other area of your life, your career, your love life, your home. If expenses are starting to overwhelm you, consider downsizing and simplifying your life. Are you longing for a new relationship or feeling trapped by the one you have? It's time to do something about it. If you feel dissatisfied about your job or considering career change, it's time to put a stake in the ground and make some changes. Put your butt on the line. Prayer is a powerful tool when you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. Some people only lean on their faith when bad times arise. But when you're working up the courage to take on something new, having prayer and a connection to God and power are powerful tools to have in your arsenal. So why this matters now? Today is all we have. Tomorrow is not promised. It's time to live with urgency and embrace life more fully. Even if you already are on the path you desire, there's always some area of your life where you can grow, learn, and sometimes just be. And for some of us, putting our butt on the line means stop doing some things. I have a lesson about that as well. So here's your journal prompt. Get a cup of tea or a glass of wine, light a candle, or put on some music, or both. What came up for you when you were reading this section? If you made some decisions, write down some action steps. If you've drawn some conclusions that scare you, that's okay. Write about it so you can capture your current thinking. And now it's time to get to work. Exciting, isn't it? And here's your affirmation for today. Please grant me the courage and wisdom and let me try that again. Please grant me the courage and vision to embrace my calling and my destiny. I am ready to step into the fullness of what life has in store for me. Is it time for you to put your butt on the line? Is it time for you to say yes to that thing that has been calling you, that you've been so busy that you haven't really thought about or you've considered to be impossible? I had to share with you, I think I write about it at some point in the book, but the first time I thought about becoming a coach, I said no to myself in like 30 seconds. And it's because I was like, girl, you're a nonprofit fundraiser. This is who you are. You don't have the credentials. You don't have the training. Just go and get another fundraising job. And that's what I did at the time. And then about 5 years later, I got into a program called Momentum Education that changed my life. And it was during that weekend, that first weekend, that I actually got quiet enough and introspective enough to really respond to the dream that had been gnawing within myself and recognizing that I said no, because I had forgotten the entire thing. And so by that Sunday morning, there were about 100 people in that program. I get in front of the room and I declare that I'm going to become a life coach. That was January of 2009. And by July, I had started my business, gotten hired by my first client, had my business cards, had my website. Still didn't quite know what I was doing, but I was out there. I had put my butt on the line. And then during the course of the year is when I was like, girl, you actually need some training. So I ended up enrolling in coach training through iPad Coaching, premier coach training school that I'm blessed to have as part of my arsenal as a coach. So that's just one example of what you can do. You can say yes to your dreams. You can put your butt on the line. But just dreaming is not enough. You have to put in the work. So are you ready? So as always, I'll close by saying, please feel free to connect with me. I'm on Instagram and TikTok at my coach Trina. I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook under Just Do You Institute under Trina Ramsey. And you can download a free resource. If you are in a career transition thought process, go to my website, justdoyouinstitute.com, and you can download your free career resource decisions toolkit. It will walk you through a process in several scenarios, whether you're looking to just get another job, whether you're looking to change careers, perhaps you're looking to start a business, or perhaps you're looking to retire. There are all special considerations for each of those scenarios, and you can get your free resource and download it and start on your journey. And of course, if you'd like to speak to me, I am available for conferences and for group retreats and women's retreats and things of that nature. Feel free to email me, Trina at mycoachtrina.com. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.